In this video, we're going to look into the eighth sum from the Sum Achieved textbook of Standard 11. So this sum has 6 transactions and we're going to go through these transactions. This is a journal and ledger posting sum. So first let's get into the rough work column and then to the journal and to the ledger. So the first transaction is on 2017 October 1st, started business with cash. So the two accounts involved in this is cash and capital. So as we all know, cash and capital relates to real and personal account. So cash is coming inside the business, real account, whatever comes inside we are going to debit it, and in the personal account the person, that is Ganeshan, is giving the capital. So he's a giver. So credit the giver. Therefore your journal entry is going to be cash account debtor to capital. The next transaction on 5th October is deposited into two accounts which are involved is cash and bank, and cash relates to real account and bank relates to personal account. So in real account, whatever goes out is being credited. Cash is deposited into the bank, therefore cash is going out of the business, and bank as a personal account receives the money, so debit the receiver. Therefore your journal entry is going to be bank account debtor to cash account. The next transaction on 10th, purchase furniture and payment by check. So when you're purchasing furniture, one of your account is going to be furniture and the next account is going to be bank, because check is involved over here. Only when you receive a check it is to be considered as cash, whereas when you're purchasing something and you're doing a payment through check, it is bank involved in the same. So furniture is a real account and bank is a personal account. So if you look according to the real account, the furniture has been purchased, therefore it is coming inside the business and you're paying the money through check to the particular vendor. Therefore the bank is going to be the giver of the check, that from your account is going to be taken away and given to the particular vendor. Therefore real account, whatever comes in you're going to debit it, and as a giver for personal account it's going to be credited. So your entry is going to be furniture account debtor to bank account. The next transaction on the 15th is goods purchased for cash. So when you're purchasing goods, it's not the goods which we are going to use as a term, it is purchases as one of the account which we have in this transaction. And when you purchase something, therefore cash is involved when we pay it. So when you're purchasing it, purchases also is considered as a real account and cash also is a real account. When you're purchasing something, the goods are coming inside the business, therefore in, and the cash is going out, we are paying them, so it is out. Therefore debit whatever comes in and credit whatever goes out. So your transaction, your journal entry is going to be purchases account debtor to cash account. The next transaction is sold goods to Vasu. So in this transaction, one of the item is going to be sales, because goods are involved and the activity which relates to the goods is sales. We never use the term goods in a journal entry. Therefore, we will always refer to the activity. Therefore, sales is one of the account and it is a credit transaction. Therefore, the person's name over here is another account. Therefore, Vasu. Sales is a real account and Vasu is a personal name of a person, so personal account. So in real account, when you're selling something, sales is happening, you're going to send out the goods, therefore goods are going out of the business. And Vasu, from Vasu we are supposed to receive the money. Okay, so we are supposed to receive money from Vasu, therefore debit the receiver and credit what goes out. Therefore Vasu account debtor to sales account. So the next transaction is goods worth ₹500 is taken for personal use. When you have the term personal use, drawings is one of the item which is going to be used, or the term which is going to be used, because this is for the proprietor. And goods are over here. So always when the goods which you purchase for the office only, you'll take it for your personal use to use it. Therefore, I'm going to use purchases over here as one of the accounts in this transaction. So drawings and purchases. If you take drawings is considered to be a personal account because the proprietor is the person who is withdrawing the goods. And when you take purchases, it's a goods, that is the asset. Therefore, it is a real account. So in drawings, the proprietor is receiving the goods which he is taking it up for his personal use. And in the purchase, it is a real account and the goods are going out of the business. Therefore, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So, drawings account debtor to purchase account is the journal entry. Next, we are going to look into the journal entries. The format of the journal entry is ready. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit column and the credit column. So, let's jump into the first transaction as we did in our rough work itself. We can take that up and just put it up inside this. So, first let's write the date. 2017 October 1st, and the entry is according to the rough work. It is going to be cash account debtor to Ganeshan's capital account, and the amount is 25,000 to be recorded in the debit and the credit columns respectively according to the same line. The narration being started business with cash. So let's move to the next entry, which is on the 5th of October, deposited into bank rupees 12,500. So according to our rough work column, this entry is going to be bank account debtor to cash account. It is not necessary that the debtor has to be in the corner of that near the ledger folio column. You can write it over here also. Right, so this is 12,500 in the debit and 12,500 in the credit. So the narration is being cash deposited into bank. So the next entry is on the 10th of October, purchase furniture and payment by check. So according to our rough work, it is furniture account debtor to bank. The amount is 2,000. The narration being furniture purchased. Transaction is on the 15th of October, goods purchased for cash. So according to our rough work column, it is purchases account debtor to cash. The amount is 5,000 and 5,000 in the credit. Narration being cash purchase made. The next transaction on the 19th, sold goods to Vasu on credit for rupees 4,000. So according to our rough work, the entry is going to be Vasu account debtor to sales account. The amount being rupees 4,000 and 4,000. So the narration is being credit sales done. My last entry is on the 22nd October. It is goods worth rupees 500 taken for personal use. So according to our rough work, it is drawings account debtor to purchase account. So the narration is being goods withdrawn for personal use and the amount is being recorded in both the debit and the credit columns respectively. So with this, the journal entries are over. So next is we are going to take a pencil, okay, and we are going to note down the list of accounts which we have. 8 is the drawings account, 9 already purchase account, we have marked it, so we can ignore this. Therefore 8 accounts has to be ledger therefore 8 accounts has to be opened in the ledger books. Let's start off with the cash account in the first in line for the ledger account. So let's move back into the journal entry and see where the cash account appears, and we're going to post it into the ledger. In our first journal entry, cash account is in the debit. Therefore, we must move to the debit side of the cash account and record to Ganeshan's capital account 25,000. Now in the cash account, I'm going to move to the debit side and record the date as 2017 October 1st to Ganeshan's capital account 25,000 rupees in the outer column. So next again, let's move back to the journal entries. So after the first journal entry, next we have cash account in the second journal entry itself. So here cash account is in the credit. Therefore, I must go to the credit side of the cash account and write by bank account 12,500. So in my cash account on the credit side, I've written 2017 October 5th when the transaction was taking place, and it's going to be by bank account rupees 12,500 in the outer column. So again back to the journal. So after the transaction on the 5th. On the 10th, I do not have cash account, so I'm going to move to the next transaction, which is on the 15th and has a cash account over there. It is credited. Therefore, I must go to the credit side of the cash account in the ledger books and record buy purchases rupees 5,000. So in the cash account, credit side, on the 15th, buy purchases account 5,000. So next, let's move to the journal entries now. So after the 15th, on 19th, I do not have cash in it. So I'm going to move to the next entry. So the next journal entry on the 22nd also doesn't have cash account. So with that, the cash account entries are over. So let's go to the ledger and balance them. So back to the cash account. Here on my debit side, I have 25,000 only as my balance. And on the credit side, I have 17,500. So the least side is the credit side and the greatest value is on the debit side. So I'm going to take the greatest value 25,000 and write it as a grand total in both my debit and my credit side on the same line. After that, my work in the debit side is over. So I'm on the credit side and I'm going to record the balance on the last date of October. On the 31st, buy balance carried down. So that's going to be 25,000 minus the 17,500. That is 7,500. Now this 7,500 has to be taken to the next, or this 7,500 has to be taken to the opposite side, that is the debit side, for the brought down. So I move to the debit side and beneath the total I'm going to record the 7,500 as my to balance brought down. So this is happening for the next month, first date. So October, the next month is gonna be November 1st. So cash account is over. So cash account is over. So after cash account, we're going to move into Ganeshan's capital account. So in a journal entry, we have only one transaction which relates to the Ganeshan's capital account, which is our first journal entry. So in the first entry, it is cash account debtor to Ganeshan's capital account. Ganeshan's capital account is in the credit. Therefore, go to the credit side of the Ganeshan's capital account ledger account and write the opposite account's name, that is buy. So I'm on my credit side of the Ganeshan's capital account on 2017 October 1st by cash account, and I have recorded 25,000 as the amount for it. So this is the only transaction, therefore it is going to be recorded as the grand total also. And on the same line, move to the debit side of the Ganeshan's capital account and record this 25,000 as a grand total. So with this side is over. The debit side in Ganeshan's capital account doesn't have any entry, therefore I'm going to make that as the balance carried down on the last date of the month. So October 31st to balance carried down for Ganeshan's capital is going to be 25,000. That is 25,000 minus nothing is the same 25,000. So this carried down has to be taken to the next month. So we are going to move into the opposite side, that is the credit side of the same account, and record this as brought down for the next month, that is November 1st by balance brought down. So that is going to be 25,000 again. Beneath the total, it has to be recorded. So Ganeshan's capital account is over. Next, let's start the bank account. So we're going to move into journal entries and look into the bank account where it's going to be posted. The first journal entry in which the bank account is involved is on the 5th. Bank account debtor to cash account. So here bank account is debited, sir. Therefore go to the debit side of the bank account and write to cash 12,500. So I move to the debit side of my bank account and I've recorded on October 5th to cash account 12,500. After the 5th, on 10th, we have furniture account debtor to bank account. This is the last entry relating to bank account. Here bank account is credited. Therefore, go to the credit side of the bank account and write buy furniture 2,000. So back to my bank account. On the credit side, I've recorded October 10th buy furniture account and the amount being 2,000 on the credit side. Next, we are going to balance it. So let's see which side has the greatest amount. So on the debit side I have 12,500 and on the credit side it's only 2,000. Therefore 12,500 is the greatest value. So that is gonna be my grand total on both sides of debit and credit. Therefore on the same line on my debit and on my credit I'm going to record 12,500. So now it's time to get the balance carried down. So I move to the credit side, which is the least side, and I'm going to record this on the last date of October as by balance carried down. So this is nothing but the difference between 12,500 and 2,000, that is 10,500. So this carry down has to be taken to the next month's opening balance. So from the credit side, we're going to move into the debit side of the same bank account and record it for November 1st beneath the total as to balance brought down. The same amount which we recorded for carried down, 10,500. So bank account is over. So next is the furniture account. Let's move into the journal entries and see the posting. There is only one transaction on the 10th relating to furniture. So that's furniture account debtor to bank. Therefore, we must go to the debit side of the furniture account and record to bank account 2,000. On the debit side of my furniture account, I have recorded to bank account as 2,000. This is the only transaction. Therefore, my credit side is going to be empty. So I'll make this 2,000 as my grand total for my debit, as well as on the same line I'm going to move to the credit side of my furniture account and make it as a grand total. So my credit side is empty, therefore I'm going to record it as by balance carried down on the last day of October. The same 2,000 rupees. So this has to be brought down to the next month. So I move to the debit side of the furniture account, the opposite side, and beneath the total on November 1st to balance brought down. The same 2,000 which was carried down. So furniture account was very simple. After the furniture account, it is the purchases account. The first transaction relating to purchases is on the 15th. So purchases account debtor to cash account. Here purchases account is debited. Therefore go to the debit side of the purchases account and write to cash account 5,000. So in my purchases account, I move to the debit side and I've recorded on the 15th to cash account 5,000. The next journal entry is on the 22nd, drawings account debtor to purchases. Here purchases is credited. Therefore, go to the credit side of the purchase account and write by drawings rupees 500. So my purchases account on the credit side I've written on the 22nd by drawings account 500. So now it's time for comparison. My credit side has 500 and my debit side has 5,000. So the greatest value is 5,000. So I'm going to record that as my grand total on both sides, 5,000. And on the credit side on the same line I'm going to record that as 5,000. So next in step we are going to make the carry down on the least side. So this is the least side which I have, that is the credit side. Therefore on the last date of October I'm going to record this as by balance carry down 5,000 minus 500, that is 4,500. I'm going to take it to the next month. So from the credit I'm going to move to the debit side of the purchases account and beneath the total November 1st to balance brought down. The same what I got as the answer for carry down 4,500 is going to be recorded here. Next we are going to go into Vasu's account. There's only one journal entry relating to Vasu's account, which falls on the 19th, Vasu's account debtor to sales account. So Vasu's account is debited over here, so we have to go to the debit side of Vasu's account and write to sales 4,000. On the debit side of Vasu's account, I've recorded on 19th to sales account 4,000. So this is the only transaction. Therefore, my credit side is going to be empty. Therefore, the 4,000 is going to become my grand total. So with this, I move on to the credit side and record the same 4,000 on the credit side also as the grand total, and then make record of the balance carried down on the last date of October, that is 31st. So that becomes by balance carried down the same 4,000 over here too. So this is going to go to the next month. So I move on to the debit side of Vasu's account and record this beneath the total on November 1st to balance brought down 4,000. So Vasu's account is also over. Next is the sales account. So there's also one entry in the sales account. The journal entry is Vasu account debtor to sales account. So here sales account is credited. Therefore, we must go to the credit side of the sales account and write by Vasu. So here on my credit side of my sales account, I've written on the 19th by Vasu 4,000. So if you look closer, this is just an opposite entry for what we done in the Vasu's account over here. So next we are going to move again back into the sales account, and this is the only transaction which I have. Therefore 4,000 is my greatest total and is going to turn into my grand total also on both sides on the same line. With that, I'm going to move to the debit side of my sales account, and the debit side is going to get my balance carried down on the last date of October to balance carried down 4,000. So with this, balance carried down is over. So I'm going to transfer this to the credit side for the next month's opening balance. So again, it's on November 1st by balance brought down rupees 4,000. So with this, sales is over. Next, moving on to the last account. The last account is our drawings account. There is one transaction on the 22nd relating to drawings, that is drawings account debtor to purchases. So drawings is debited. Therefore, go to the debit side of the drawings account and write to purchases 500. So on the debit side of my drawings account, I've recorded on the 22nd to purchases account 500. So this is going to be my grand total, as my credit side has no recordings at all and this is the only transaction. Therefore, I make this 500 as a grand total and write it on both sides of my debit and my credit on the same line. Next on my credit side is going to be the balance carried down on the last day of October, that is 31st. So by balance carried down, the same 500, and I'm going to take this to the next side, that is the opposite side, that is debit, and make it as balance brought down for November 1st to balance brought down 500.